Hello and welcome to the Study Skills and Strategies module. My name is Dr. Sarra Hocini, and throughout this course, I will guide you in developing essential academic skills that will support your success both at university and beyond. Many students believe that success depends only on intelligence or hard work. However, successful students also know how to learn effectively. They know how to organize information, communicate ideas clearly, and study efficiently. These are exactly the skills that this module is designed to help you develop. Now let's have a look at the outline of this video. In this video, we're going to see why this course is important, information about the module, the learning objectives, the course structure and specific objectives of each module, the learning activities, assessment, and finally, references. Let's begin by looking at why this course is important. University learning is very different from what many of you experienced in secondary school. Here, you are expected to become more independent and take greater responsibility for your own learning. This course focuses on three important goals. First, it helps you become a self-regulated learner, someone who can plan, monitor, and evaluate their own learning. Second, it equips you with practical strategies that contribute to academic success, such as presenting ideas effectively and taking meaningful notes. Finally, these skills extend beyond university, whether you continue your studies or enter the workplace. The ability to communicate clearly, organize information, and learn independently will remain valuable throughout your life. Now, let's take a closer look at this module. This module is designed specifically for first-year students of English as a foreign language. It carries 4 credits with a coefficient of 2. The only prerequisite is a basic knowledge of English because the focus of this course is obviously not grammar or vocabulary, but learning how to study effectively. Moving to the course objectives. By the end of this module, you will first learn to define key concepts related to presentation skills and note-taking. Explain why these skills are important in academic and everyday contexts. You will also learn to identify the characteristics of effective presentations and suitable note-taking methods. Beyond understanding these concepts, you will analyze examples of good and poor practices, allowing you to recognize what makes communication effective. Most importantly, you will apply these strategies in your own academic work. Evaluate presentations and notes using clear criteria. And finally, create well-organized notes and deliver confident presentations. Let's see how the course is organized to help you achieve these outcomes. The course is divided into 2 complementary chapters, each focusing on an essential academic skill. The first chapter introduces presentation skills. You will learn what presentations are, why they are important, how to prepare and organize them, and how to deliver them confidently. You will also learn to evaluate presentations and eventually design your own professional presentations. The second chapter focuses on note-taking. Here, you will understand why note-taking is an active learning strategy rather than simply copying information. You will compare note-taking with note-making, explore different methods, and learn how to choose the most suitable strategy for different learning situations. Together, these 2 chapters provide practical tools that will support your learning throughout your university studies. Let's briefly look at the content of each chapter. The, the first chapter focuses on developing effective skills. We begin by understanding what presentations is and the different purposes it can serve, whether to inform, explain, persuade, or report information. We also discover different forms of presentations, including slide presentations, poster presentations, and presentations supported by handout materials. The chapter then guides you through the preparation process, showing you how to analyze your audience, organize your ideas, and design clear visual materials. Finally, we discuss how to structure the presentation effectively and identify common mistakes that can reduce its impact, helping you become a more confident and effective presenter. The second chapter complements these communication skills by focusing on note. In this chapter, we explore one of the most important study skills for academic success, which is effective note taking. We begin by understanding what note taking is and how it supports learning by improving attention, comprehension, memory, and revision. You will also learn the difference between note-taking, which happens while listening or reading, and note-making, which involves reorganized information afterwards. The course then introduces several widely used note-taking methods, including the Cornell method, the outline method, mind mapping, and the sentence method. Finally, you will discuss practical techniques that help you listen actively, identify key ideas, and use abbreviations efficiently, and produce organized notes that are genuinely useful for studying. Now, let's see how you will practice these skills. This module is designed to be highly interactive rather than simply listening to lectures. You will participate in a variety of learning activities. You will prepare and deliver short presentations, practice different note-taking methods, complete reflection exercises that encourage you to evaluate your learning, participate in interactive quizzes, and engage in classroom discussions. Let's now look at how your work will be assessed. Assessment in this module is divided equally into two parts. 50% of your final mark comes from continuous assessment, which includes classroom participation, quizzes, and practical activities completed throughout the semester. The remaining 50% comes from the final examination, where you will demonstrate your understanding and application of the concepts covered during the course. This balanced assessment approach encourages consistent engagement throughout the semester rather than relying solely on one final exam. Finally, let's conclude with the main references used to develop this course. I encourage you to consult these references if you would like to deepen your understanding of the topics we discuss. Thank you very much for your attention. I look forward to working with you throughout this course, and I wish you every success.